Everybody, cooking with Chef Yarneezie. Alright, so it's gonna be a good one today. We got a nice little set of comfort foods for you. Alright, so I got some broccolini. We're gonna start with that. Alright, already popping, looking all good and green and crisp. And then underneath this baby here, I already cut up some sweet potatoes so I can make some nice yams, candied sweet potatoes for my fam. Smelling real good. Alright, this right here is my secret sauce. Alright, this is a cream of chicken sauce that I made from scratch. It features coconut milk. It also has some cream cheese. I have some seasonings in here, and then I have some chicken broth. Alright, that was the actual meat and potatoes of it, was the chicken broth. And then this is my secret ingredient. I got this from a place locally called the Tasty Olive. It's a cranberry relish with Grand Marnier in it. Alright, that's going to give it a little sweet taste to it. And then we're going to add a little bit of flour, okay, so we can thicken up the sauce, right? Then I already have some colored bell peppers that I cut up, all right? And that's what's going to go in the chicken along with this fresh rosemary. And lastly, we have some shallots and some onions, all right? We got to add a little butter to the cream of chicken. And in the oven, I want you to set your oven to 425 when you're making this, when you're baking chicken in a roasting pot, okay? That's how it's coming so far. Looking pretty. It's already making some nice broth on its own, but we're gonna add to that thing, all right? Let's pop this back in the oven for a few minutes before I add anything else to it, such as the rosemary, all right? You should let the sweet potatoes cook for at least 40 minutes, all right? So once it starts to boil, slow it down to a low simmer. Let it cook for about 45 minutes so you can get all the flavor out of it. Or to your liking, if you like it thicker or if you like the sweet potatoes more solid. With this cream of chicken sauce, it's real simple to make, all right? Once you boil it, let it do its thing. You don't want to add the flour because you don't want to get too thick too fast. So when the chicken is just about done, you want to add the flour and the butter, whip that thing up, pour it over the chicken. Tastes good. Alright, so that's it for now. I'll be back in a minute to show you how to plate this thing as if you were at a 4- or 5-star restaurant. Cooking with Chef Yarneezie, folks, that's how we're doing it. The music that you're listening to, this is not my original music. This music is already copywritten. I'm just using it for my production because it's smooth jam. Alright, so we're going to add our rosemary, alright? What I didn't tell you before was let this chicken cook for about 90 minutes, alright? Let it cook in a roaster for about 90 minutes. Reason being, you don't want nobody to get hurt, alright? So let this thing do what it's going to do, alright? We're going to add our rosemary, and all the rosemary is going to do is give it the flavor, okay? You don't really have to have it all over the chicken. It just needs to be in where it can give it some flavor, right? Then we're going to add our bell peppers to this thing, right? So color this thing up with some bell peppers. Alright. Beautiful. Add all them bell peppers in there. Alright. Then we're going to add our shallots and our onions to this thing. Make sure you spread them. Alright. The onions, once you add the cream sauce to it, everything is going to simmer in the pot. So you don't really have to worry about it getting all at the bottom of the pan and all that. The actual, once you cover the pan, the moisture is going to seal. Okay? So it's going to continue to cook those vegetables. And we don't want them overcooked. That's why you add them toward the latter part of your meal. Okay? Don't add them in the beginning. I see a lot of people like to add their vegetables and onions early on, and by the time you're done, it's translucent, which means that it's no longer that vegetable has taken on the taste of something else. So you still want your vegetables and onions to taste like what they are. So only add it toward the last part of while you're cooking. All right, that's my little tidbit of information. So what I like to do, lastly, look at that. Beautiful. I like to put this in the oven just for a little bit and give it a little bit of texture. Okay, what's gonna happen is, oh yeah, they good and ready. They're good and ready, y'all. They smell good too. Alright, so what's gonna happen is, all I'm gonna do is put this, I'm fortunate enough to have a gas stove, and I'm gonna put this actually in the broiler. Alright, and that's gonna give this a nice little glaze across the top. It's going to actually give you those little brown tips. I like to have those little brown tips, which shows how it candies real well, okay? I'm going to add that toward probably the 5-minute mark of where my chicken is. We got 30 minutes left on the chicken. So about the 5-minute mark or so, we're going to add this and put this in the broiler, and we're going to take it out. We're going to let it stand no longer than 3 to 5 minutes. Then we're going to add some butter and flour. So we're going to add about, let's say, we add about tablespoon of butter. Okay. While that's boiling, we're going to get a whisk. Whisk that butter in. Crank this baby all the way up on high because you want it to stay hot. So this sucker's boiling the way I want it to. We're going to add 1 tablespoon of flour. Okay, just 1. Okay, and whisk that thing up so it won't clump up. You don't want it to get clumpy on you. So you're going to whisk that in real good. And that's how you want it to look right there. Now it should come to a nice little boil. Cut it down so you don't boil it over. Alright, then we're going to take, it's ready now. Yes sir. That's how we're doing it in the kitchen of Chef Neezie. Look at that. Those vegetables came out, they're coming out beautifully, but watch when I pour this over it. We're going to pour this over it, just like that. It's going to hit every piece in this pot. We're going to smother this baby. Yeah, let's do a cant that way, to get that corner. Alright? So that sucker's done. Alright? Put this back in our oven for an additional 15 minutes. I cut it down to 375 because we got to get our crescent rolls going. And then in the last 5 minutes, we're going to add a little nutmeg. Alright, we can do that now. Add a little nutmeg. Normally I do it with my hand, but it ain't that much left in this bottle, so we ain't gonna hurt it. Alright, add some nutmeg. That's enough. Okay. And then we're gonna put this sucker right in the broiler, right on the bottom down here. We're gonna let that sucker do it for about 3 to 5 minutes. Take it out. Broccolini. It don't take nothing about 7 minutes to cook this. Alright, so you wanna wait till about that last 7 minutes to get this going. Because what you want to do is make sure that all your food is hot and not overcooked by the time you get ready to serve. Alright, that's important. That way you don't have to warm up anything, you don't have to wait. Do everything in a timed manner and you will have a successful dinner. And this is how it's going down in the kitchen of Chef Yarneezie, dog. That's how we're doing it. Alright, be back in a minute. Alright, so you want to keep it simple, but I like fresh ingredients. So this is just your Pillsbury standard crescent roll. Alright? Clean as you go. That way you can always maintain a clean kitchen. That way you also know that the people that you're feeding, it's a good health factor. All right, always wash your hands. And you know, these are just a little bit of tidbits of information that I want to throw out there that sometimes is not said or gone overlooked. All right, so we'll be done here in about 8 minutes. All right, we're about to start this broccolini right now. Get this sucker boiling. Put it on high to get it a good boil. We only added very little water to get it steamed, but as you can see, I got seasonings already and I got the butter. The butter's gonna melt down, and then bam, it should be done about 8 minutes. The crescent rolls are in, so once the crescent rolls are done, we'll pop these sweet potatoes, these candy yams, whatever you want to call them. We're gonna pop those suckers in the oven. All right. After that, dinner is served. Chef Yarneezie's job is done. But what I will do in the last 7 minutes is uncover the chicken, because what you want to do is create like a crust. It won't do that with the top on, because what happens is when you smother food like that and the top is on, it keeps that moisture in there, so it won't allow it to really get any air. So you want to make sure air gets in there so you can get like a little crust to it. Alright, so it's about that time, y'all. We got to pop this in the bottom down here. Let's let that roll for about 3 to 5 minutes. Like I said, I'm gonna reset my timer to about 4 minutes. Okay, and that'll give me the middle, all right, of what I need to accomplish. Look at that.
I'm the new sprinter.
That's how you want your broccolini.
Yeah, cover, right?
You don't want to overcook it. See how much water's in there? Not much. That's the butter. And that's what you want, a buttery kind of like a saucy effect to it. So when you get ready to serve it, it's not watery, but it's nice and crisp. All right. Lastly, we got the crescent rolls in there. They're almost coming out, so I don't want to open up the oven anymore. All right, because we want to let those cook without sticking to the non-stick pan. Sometimes you open the oven while it's in the midst of cooking, it'll stick to the non-stick pan because you've interrupted the cycle. Okay, so don't interrupt the cycle. That's why I cut the light on so we can look at it. Plus, I already timed it. So we'll see how this thing turns out. We're gonna plate this baby, then we're gonna eat. All right. Look at that. Nice and pretty. That's all you want. All right. It's done. Move it out the way. Let's get the chicken out of the oven and the crescent roll. Damn. Crescent roll should be ready. Chicken is dead. Oh yeah, there it is. You see that crust that I was talking about? You got to take the top off to get that little crust. That's why it's moving slow. All right. And then we got our crescent rolls. Look at that. Good and ready. Perfect. That way they didn't stick because I didn't open up the oven. All right. Lastly, we got the yams at the bottom. All right. Once I'm gonna let that roll for like 2-3 minutes because I had it on bake. Now I changed it to broil so it can do its thing. So we'll pour that sucker out the oven. And then it's served, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna plate this baby. You're gonna see how it looks. Hey, shine the light on this one more time. They gotta see how beautiful this chicken really looks. Look at the colors. All right, that's what you want. All right, you want those colors. You want that beauty. You want that texture. And I'm gonna lift this one time so you can see how good it glazed. See that? Slow. See how the actual cream moves slow. That means it crusted just right, just like I thought it would. All right. So that's how it's going down, baby. We getting busy up in this kitchen. We cooking some real meals. All right. What Carly B say? Whatever she say. We cooking real meals, something like that. Close enough. I'm changing it to food. All right. Be back in a minute. This is what we're going down with. Remember I told you? There it is. That's how you want it. That's what you want. See that color? Just those tips, just like I said it was gonna happen. All right. All right. What I'm gonna do? I'm gonna switch up, put this glove on, so I can handle this thing right. Put this on here, so I'm not sitting it on my counter. We're gonna cut this oven off. So we're gonna get a little bit of broccolini, just a couple of spears of broccolini, just to plating. All right. That should do it right there. That's all you need. Okay? Then we're gonna grab let's see what looks prettier. Let's grab a leg. Okay? We're gonna grab a leg. We're gonna grab a wing. Look at that falling apart. That's what you want. Okay, then we're gonna grab some onion, and bell pepper, a little cream. Put it over like so, okay? I haven't showed this part before, so y'all getting a treat today. Then, we're gonna take our crescent roll, bam, throw it on the corner. Look at that, beautiful, okay? Lastly, we're gonna grab our sweet potato, put them in another nice pretty white bowl, all right? I myself like the liquor, so I'm gonna grab a spoon and liquor it up. Alright, that's how you plate it. Done deal. Alright, dinner served. We ready to eat. That's what I'm talking about, cooking with Chef Yarneezie. So today again we had our sweet potatoes. Alright, we had a smothered baked chicken with our own homemade chicken cream of chicken sauce. We had some broccolini, and then we had a store-bought Old Pillsbury Doughboy crescent roll. Alright, that's how it's going down. Dinner's about to be served. We're about to eat. I'll holler. Y'all have a good day. Deuces. We out. That plating came out good in the dog. You dang on, yeah.